Up first this evening, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has reached out to the United Nations for help to stem the flow of illegal weapons and drugs into Jamaica.
Mr. Holness made the appeal as he addressed the United Nations General Assembly on Friday, saying Jamaica cannot take on the fight alone.
TVJ's Kalisha Williams is at United Nations in New York and now reports.
Guns, gangs and drugs have been fueling crime in Jamaica, creating headaches for policymakers tasked with ridding the streets of them. But for Prime Minister Andrew Holness, the role of international organizations like the United Nations is critical in helping small states deal with them. He made that point while addressing the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York on Friday.
No individual country can fulfill the development aspirations of its people without working in partnership with others.
Mr. Holness presented a raft of issues that are plaguing the island, from climate change, financial challenges, and crime. He told the General Assembly that crime in particular is hampering growth in the country.
Despite the strong programs that are in place to get the guns off the street, our investments in improved border control systems and other forms of security investments, we do not by ourselves have the capacity to stem the flow of illegal trafficking in arms.
Since the start of the year, the government has resorted to using states of emergency to stem the crime wave. But according to Mr. Holness, organizations like the United Nations are needed to help cut the flow of guns and illicit drugs to countries with resource challenges.
The malignant link between organized crime, the illegal drug trade, and the illicit proliferation and trafficking of small arms require transnational, regional, and multilateral action. We therefore not only rely on the support of our neighboring countries, but we look to the UN to continue to play a pivotal role in supporting peace and security at all levels, including with respect to the proliferation of conventional weapons.
The United Nations Office for Disarmament Affairs, UNODA, is responsible for monitoring the flow of weapons among member states and prevent them from getting into the wrong hands. The UNODA Program of Action on Small Arms and Light Weapons is used to monitor the flow of weapons like those Mr. Holness spoke about. In 2017, under that program, according to a United Nations report, over 100,000 small arms and light weapons recovered from Caribbean and Latin American countries were destroyed. Kalisha Williams, TVJ News.